TNA Parliamentary Group Leader R. Sambandhan expressed his views in Parliament today on the fast that has been launched by a group of LTTE inmates.
Almost all the fasting prisoners are persons who surrendered to the security forces at the end of the armed conflict in May 2009. That while many leaders of the LTTE, upon their readiness to cooperate with the government, have effectively been pardoned and enjoy positions in government and attendant perquisites from the state, these prisoners are being deprived of their liberty. We call upon the government to take immediate steps to release all the Tamil political prisoners.
The Nugegara district judge postponed until tomorrow the decision on whether to issue an adjourning order preventing the UNP disciplinary committee from obtaining a statement from Karu Jayasuriya.
Jayasuriya filed this case after the UNP disciplinary committee requested him to provide a written statement on the allegation that he had criticized the Srinath Pereira committee, which had been appointed to investigate the attack on the UNP headquarters Sirikotha on the 19th of September last year. I believe that justice will be served in this matter through court. This is not a step I have taken against any person. It was done to protect the rights of the party faithful. Also, I am a faithful UNPer until the end, and I believe that there should be unity and harmony in the party. I am dedicated to this.
Still in local news, Director of the Accident Ward at the National Hospital, Dr. Prasad Aryavansha, says that the health condition of the patient who was admitted to the National Hospital after being denied treatment at the Piliyandala Hospital is now improving.
News First reported to you on the 13th of this month the plight of this patient who was lying on the ground at the entrance to the Piliyandala District Hospital. The hospital staff had rejected accepting the patient on the 12th merely because there was no caretaker. However, once News First visited the scene, hospital attendants hastily admitted the patient. The patient was transferred to the Colombo South Teaching Hospital and then to the National Hospital as he was in a critical condition. The patient is currently receiving treatment at the close observation unit of the Colombo National Hospital.
His condition is improving, although he cannot speak, but his condition is improving. He is unable to tell who he is, and no one has identified him. Patient still goes as unidentified patient.
Customs has seized a stock of elephant tusks which had been bound for Dubai via Sri Lanka. Deputy Director of the Customs Intelligence Unit, U. Lianage, said 400 elephant tusks were discovered in a container where 3 suspicious containers were subjected to inspection.
Deputy Director of Customs Samantha Gunasekara said that a stock of elephant tusks which had been inside a container that arrived from the port of Mombasa in Kenya had been declared as containing plastic materials. The containers were examined under international customs enforcement and the stock of ivory has been taken into the custody of the Sri Lankan Customs. Deputy Director Gunasekara said that the stock of elephant tusks will be confiscated in accordance with the customs ordinance.
By analyzing the data by the Central Intelligence Division, we were able to stop this container, 3 containers, with the help of the international customs organizations. After scanning, we detected and we observed by the container images, there are ivory tusks there. So on that we stopped it, and now the investigations are going on.
UPFA Western Provincial Councillor Tushara Pereira was arrested by the Criminal Investigations Department today. Police media spokesperson SP Ajit Rohane said that the councillor was arrested in connection with the murder of a millionaire in Anamadua in 2010. He added that a group of officers from the CID arrested the suspect in the Gonawala area in Kalaniya. The police media spokesperson added that UPFA Western Provincial Councillor Tushara Pereira was remanded until the 4th of June by the Putlam magistrate. Up next is a look at Action TV.
The Booster post office, established during colonial rule, has a history of around 75 years. However, since establishment, its operations were carried out from a leased-out building. Following a request made by area residents back in the year 1998 to the owner of the residence at which the Booster post office was located, 40 purchase was provided to construct a permanent building to house the post office.
The present Minister of Posts, Jeevan Kumartunga, was the Minister of Land at that time. The minister had taken over this land through a gazette notification.
Funds were allocated in the year 2001 to construct the Booster post office. However, up until now, the post office building has not been constructed, while a certain individual had illegally constructed a building at this premises in the year 2001. The Galle District Court, which considered a case that was filed by the Divisional Secretary of Hikkadua in the year 2004 against the construction, announced its verdict in the year 2006. Court ruled that the land belonged to the Department of Posts and that the relevant individual had no right to the land. Although the concerned individual subsequently filed 2 petitions in the Court of Appeal against this verdict, in both instances the verdict of the District Court was upheld.
Court gave a verdict and higher courts upheld the verdict. When this land is said to belong to the Department of Posts, we wonder as to why they are reluctant to go ahead with it.
So far, the authorities have not taken any measures to remove the illegal squatter from this land. Why has the Department of Posts failed to construct the new building to house the Booster post office, which has been operating from a leased-out building for the last 75 years, and when 3 court orders have been issued confirming the land as property of the department? Secretary to the Minister of Postal Services, this is over to you.
Good evening and welcome to Sports First on Primetime News with me, Nadim Majid. We start off with a look at some cricket news. West Indies seamer Shannon Gabriel will miss the rest of the Test series against England because of a back injury, and he will be replaced by Tino Best. Gabriel took 4 wickets on his Test debut at Lord's but did not bowl after lunch on the final day. Best, who has 14 Test caps, will arrive in England tomorrow. Moving on to athletics news, the Asian Athletics Association has given the green light for Sri Lanka to host the Asian Junior Athletics Championship as planned from the 9th to the 12th of June. The Minister of Sports, Mahinda Anandalukamage, confirmed this to Sports First. However, it was reported yesterday that the event that was to be held in Colombo had been postponed indefinitely.
The Secretary of the Asian Athletics Association, Maurice Nicholas, stated yesterday that the election of office bearers to the Sri Lanka Athletic Association was not in order according to the International Association of Athletics Federation, which led to the postponement of the Games. However, the Secretary of the Asian Athletics Association, speaking to Sports First this morning, said that the Sri Lanka Athletic Association had submitted a written explanation and based on this approval had been granted to proceed with the Games in Colombo as planned.
Yes, the Asian Junior Champion will be scheduled as planned. We have informed all countries that the meet is on. They have already explained the president has written to the IWF to give the explanation, and so we think everything should be cleared by now. Well, they say they have done everything according to the constitution and according to the rule. They have not banned them. They have not banned them. They want an explanation, and so now they have given an explanation. It should suffice. We are coming on Sunday night for site inspection.
In more sports news, today is the 4th day of the Olympic torch relay in the United Kingdom. Now, day 3 saw the flame pass between Exeter and Taunton.
Thousands of people line the streets to witness the torch passing through the villages along the official route. At one point, however, the Olympic flame went out. Organizers said that it was due to a malfunctioning burner. Meanwhile, Black Eyed Peas singer will.i.am became the 109th torchbearer and made the most of the opportunity, tweeting about the experience with one hand while holding the torch in the other, and even performing a brief moonwalk in honor of Michael Jackson. Afterwards, he spoke of his delight at taking part and his personal connection to the Olympic phenomenon.
That was like a surreal moment. You know, I remember 1984, the Olympics in Los Angeles, and me being a little Will, watching it on TV, right? Wishing I could be at the Olympic Games, and I had that flashback. You know, when they handed me the torch to run through Taunton. So it's like a blessed moment and a surreal moment and a can't believe it moment all at the same time.
The Olympic torch is currently on a 70-day tour of the UK before arriving back in London for the start of the Games.
And that was a look at our primetime news today. If you missed out on any of our stories, do log on to our website. That's www.newsfirst.lk. I'm Punshani Ebrasinghe.
And I'm Ravi Gamge. Thanks for watching. Good night.